communicating with your partner on who's going where when the ball's hit, and letting the ball direct you. B is going to be a primary position with an imaginary line drawn from the plate through the edge of the mound. Some mounds aren't that huge. Some will be much smaller. Okay? Make your adjustment. You want to be about halfway between the edge of the grass and the edge of the grass. Right? If you're in B, you check the second baseman, make sure you're not in his way. When you're ready to play, you're down. The guy's stealing second base. You see him stealing. You know he's leaving. Don't just turn right away. Let the ball turn. And that's why you'll see umpires do this. He's going, and the umpire will go like this. Nothing bad's going to happen if you know where the ball is. If you don't know where the ball is, somebody's going to get hit.
You're going to do lots of backpedaling, a lot of sidestepping, a lot of you're trying to anticipate, but you can't fully anticipate because if you've got a runner on first, if you're in B, first only, a ball hit to the shortstop, you're drifting, and you're 99. He's supposed to throw the ball at second. That's where he's supposed to go. But if you sit here and you can't get here home because for some reason he thinks he's supposed to go to first. It's high school baseball. You don't know where these guys are going with it. So try to anticipate and get the right angle, but always watch the ball and let the ball turn your body.
The two words there are anticipation and assume. You can anticipate where you think it's supposed to go. You know where you think it's supposed to go. Don't assume that the guy making the throw knows. It may be a 14-year-old kid who his girlfriend just broke up with him, and he's got a major pay-per-view tomorrow. He's got other things on his mind than cleanly fielding a ground ball and throwing it to first. Ball's hit, you watch him field it, and you let the throw turn. Okay? Always open wise. If he's going to make that throw from shortstop, I don't want to turn like this to watch the play because I now got my back to the action. So he fields it, I'm going to let his actions and the ball through. Talk about covering like a distance.
Okay, the best thing that we've got, and this is the problem with two-man mechanics, is that there's a lot of calls that we have to make from a long ways away. So the best we can do is get the right angle where you can see it all. Coaches don't like it. If there's a close play, they're going to want to argue. But if you've got the right angle, you can defend it. And we've got some ways to make up some distance. But you've got to have the right angle because if you get straight lined, you're guessing. Okay, if you get off, a runner going into second, and for some reason you're all the way over here, you've got no idea what's going on there. You've got to be able to look through and see the throw, see the runner, see the tag, see all of it coming together. So the most important thing is the angle. There are going to be situations, and so we'll talk to it more and see when we've got more runners on, but there's going to be situations where you've got multiple bases that you could be responsible for. And so just inherently, what's the best place on the field to give you an angle at all directions? It's going to be towards the pitcher. There's a lot of times you're going to find yourself drifting until you know exactly where the play is going. You're drifting towards the middle of the field so that you've got an angle everywhere. Then you can make a decision and a direction towards the actual play. We'll talk more about that in C. With runner on first only, you're in B. So we've got potential double play. We've got a potential steal. Let's talk about a steal. So you're going to see if you're squared up, looking in here, you're watching the pitcher. Okay, you're watching footwork there on a potential pickoff. You've got all those things from a balk standpoint that we talked about, that James talked about. Okay, now he's committed to the plate. He goes to the plate. You see out of the corner of your eye, now this guy's going. Okay, so you're anticipating that there should be a play at second. I'm going to start drifting back, all the time looking forward, and then I'm going to let that throw turn. Now I've got the view on the play. But I'm not going to turn. I'm backing up, drifting towards, and that ball is going to pass, and I'm going to turn with the ball. Now I'm set up to watch it. Now, if you still feel like you're too far away, make sure you're set first. In all times, get the angle and get stopped. See the play. Now, here's where the little cheating comes in. If you want, whether it's safe or out, if you want to take it safe, or you were set up, you saw it, out, or even sell it. If it's a bang bang and you need to bring it back and get it, you can take a couple of steps, and now from mom and dad and coaches, you look closer than you really were. Okay, but the most important thing was you had the right angle and you were stopped when the play happened.
So we're over in A when there's nobody on. We get a guy on first, move into B, and we're watching the play at second, and the plate's going to have the play at first.
No, that was a steal situation.
Okay.
Okay, so now let's talk about double plays. Okay, so now the ball's in play somewhere. So again, always turn your body with the play. So let's make it easy to start with. The ball goes to shortstop. So the ball, I turn with the ball. Shortstop's got it, and I'm drifting. I don't want to step up in his line if he decides to go to first.
Okay.
So I'm kind of hanging back. I see the play at second. Let's say it's can of cake. Okay. Get the ball at second. Out. A lot of times, I won't even signal that out right there. Out. And then shift on over. Because if you spend a lot of time making signals and things and miss the throw, you've still got another play over there. So vocalize it. Make sure, especially the players right here, know what you've got. Okay, specifically if he's safe. If for some reason the guy was stealing on the play, he beat it there, safe. And I may signal that, but I'm still moving. Safe. That way everybody knows. So if he gets up and is a bonehead and starts running off to the dugout and they tag him, safe. That's his problem. Okay, if I'm nonchalant about that and he just thinks he was out, okay, then some blame can come back on you there. Okay, and you get into some sticky situations. So, most times, okay, let's say they do what they're supposed to. Out, drifting over here, and you get the out or sell it or whatever you need to do, but you're drifting, again, towards first and back towards the pitcher's bounds. You've got the appropriate angle.
So you just vocalize you out here, you drift
Vocalize and get in position over there, because that's 9 times out of 10 on a double play, especially in high school, that's going to be a close play. They're not fast out here.
Okay.
I mean, and at every level of baseball, if you start working up, you're going to see it gets faster and faster. And it's going to seem fast when you first step on the field, but they're really not all that fast. And so by the time a shortstop gets it, throws it to second, then he throws it to first, a runner with any kind of speed, that's going to be a close play. And that's where the mess is going to happen.
And what you have out here that you don't have in the other positions is the luxury of time. Meaning that there's nothing that's going to happen that requires a split-second call on your part. You see it, as Brad was saying, if you see the ball's in, he's out, and we've gone over here, I don't have to lock into this position. I saw it, I can let it go. Now, anything else that happens there, my partner's got that.
We spent a lot of time this morning talking about the primary responsibility for interference and any extracurricular stuff is the plate umpire. Now, if they end up in a ball on top of second base where the throw never went anywhere, you had no reason to turn your head because the ball never left, and you stared at it and you saw it, get it. You're right there, go ahead and get it. But in any situation where that ball gets thrown, your primary responsibility is where that ball goes and whether you got to save or out. Let your home plate guy pick you up at second base.
Y'all practice.